Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Sunday. Welcome. So happy you're all here. Red Mage, Max. I know Max was only staying for a moment. Summer, as well as anybody else who is just hanging out and lurking. It is wonderful to have you here. I let my intro go slightly longer than usual because I was just jamming to the music. Goddamn, Xenoblade X has a good soundtrack. I mean, it does and it doesn't. But this track is very good. This is when, in the middle of combat, you get transported into the disco dimension. And I fucking adore it. But we're not here to talk about Xenoblade Chronicles X. I have several days before that happens again. We're here to try to figure out what the shit is going on in Ace Attorney. I think I figured it out. But thinking is not sufficient. I must prove that I figured it out. And that's what today is about. So join me, won't you? So yeah, where we ended yesterday is we basically proved that during the time of the murder, Pearl was hanging out in this exact passage. She played with a ball, she broke the vase, and she repaired it incorrectly. None of that matters too much, except what it does prove is that nobody moved through this passage during the murder. We also discovered that there is a hole in the clothes basket. This clothes basket, about 8 inches off the ground, the exact same height as the hole in the folding screen. Now these are in different rooms, but that suggests that during the murder, they were in the same room. So, a couple of interesting things happening there. We also now have reason to believe that Eenie Miney was also in a car accident, not only her sister. More than that, I suspect that it was not her sister in the accident. I suspect it was her, and she had to have, like, reconstructive surgery.
The legendary Super Swine?
Gamer, thank you so much for the legendary Super Swine bits. And welcome. So yeah, we have to find a way to prove that she was also in an accident. But I can't do it at the moment. Oh yes, also kind of disturbingly, Pearl, the 8-year-old, got possessed by her aunt. I think Mia's her aunt. Basically, she became an adult with big booba, but she's still Pearl. It was weird. Oh, and we also met this gentleman. Who claims to be the director of this clinic. I have reason to believe that that's untrue. Largely as a result of his everything. But I need to ask him more questions about Eenie, and he won't tell me more. What do you know about Miss Eenie Miney? Now you're talking. Yes, that girl. She was transferred from the General Hospital. From the General Hospital to here? What kind of surgery did she need? Yes, well, she needed surgery. It was really bad, really bad. Hi, Zach. Oh, you don't get to forget. What kind was it? Hello, Chester. Blah, blah, blah to you too. Yes, well, no. You see, that is something. No, I can't tell you. So you say with a happy smile. See, there's this thing about how doctors aren't allowed to talk about patient stuff. It's in all those TV shows too, right? You've seen them, right? Yes. Gotta be something I can show to this old coot. So what can I show him to convince him to talk to me? Not the newspaper clippings, because, I mean, he already knows who it is. That's not helping. He doesn't appear to have any secrets. He won't care about the murder. Here. Maybe if I just tell him I'm an attorney, he'll tell me shit? What's this? I'm a lawyer. Right now, I'm investigating a murder. Oh shit, did this work? You never have to use the attorney badge. It's so weird that this worked. Yes. What is with your angry face? Violence isn't the answer, Yes. The trial is tomorrow, and I would really like some information from you. Is that right? Well, you know, I think I can let you in on a little secret. What's that? Yes, actually, I'm not the real director. Thank you, Chester. Are you kidding? Anyone with half a fly's brain knew that. Yeah? What do you mean? I have to explain this to him? Well, hold on. I'll give you something. Real information, okay? Oh? I'm actually this clinic's... See, I'm like this place's walking dictionpedia. Walking dictionpedia. You mean walking encyclopedia? Yeah, that, and my specialties in young... That was something about silky smooth girls or something? I'm kind of glad I clicked through that and didn't have to say it out loud. There's nothing I don't know about them, but I get embarrassed talking about it. Yeah, how about you keep that kind of information to yourself? Anyway, you wanted to know about Little Miss Eeny Miny, right? Hello, Chris. I hope you don't die forever. Yes, Chester. That is definitely a thing I said. Little Miss Eeny Miny? Look, Chester! Environment has a lot to do about it. In the heat of the moment, I may say things about full pulp gamer piss. Oof, Chris. Stay safe if you can. That girl! I remember her especially well. Really especially very well. Oh Lord. Well, that at least got a response from him. Please tell me what you know about Eeny Miny. Yes, I'll get to that. Trust me, I will. That girl, that's right. She was transferred here from the General Hospital. This was, yes, a year ago. She was one of those emergency cases. What was she ill with? Ill? Nah. She was injured, not ill. With my trained eye, I could see. Yep, I could see it was a huge wound at that. A huge injury? Her whole body was wrapped around and round in bandages, and her arm was in a cast. That sounds pretty severe, alright. Yes, it was an accident. They're scary, yes. Cars, yes. Car? You mean it was a traffic accident? Yep, that's what gave her the terrible injuries. I swore it was in the papers. Yes, I looked it up, I did. It was terrible. Yes. Dare I even ask what is wrong with this old guy? Yeah, tell me what happened to her. Just now, you mentioned something about a big operation. I mean, Chester, look, if you eat the rich 3 times a day, that is more saturated fat than you should be getting. What you really want to do is share the rich with a large group of friends. You know, the billionaire class are really... They help bring us together. Communal vor was not the sentence I was expecting to read. Thank you for the Starstorm, Summer. Just now, you mentioned something about a big operation. Are you talking about Miss Eenie's operation? Yes, Miss Eenie's. That was one heck of an accident. Yes, her whole face was burned like a bad toast. It was bad, very bad. That sounds awful. Was it really that bad? It was a good thing that Miss Eenie had a picture of herself. Okay. So, that's not necessarily what she looked like before. I'm more and more convinced that... My theory is that the sister didn't die. That the sister got plastic surgery and changed the way she looked and then set up the whole revenge thing. I heard that picture was how they put her face back together. Picture? That girl. See, she had just gotten her license. So she just happened to have a license photo on her. Yes. Oh. So, see, I got her picture as a way to remember her. Yes. And jack myself off every single night to her picture. Well, more like swiped. Breach of ethics? Wait, he's not actually a doctor. What? What? A pretty girl like her? I bet she has lots of pictures of herself. I only wanted the one. For completely non-lecherous reasons. I lied. They were for lecherous reasons. Sure. It's a treasure. My treasure. Precious. What happened to the actual license itself? Who knows? I didn't bother to ask. It probably got burned up along with the car. Yes. Okay. Why would he give this to me if it's such a precious treasure? No, that's fine, Chris. You're allowed to make original series references. I never watched the original series, but I get it. So you looked up information on Enie's accident, correct? Yep. Sure did. Yes, I read every paper that covered it at the time. What kind of accident was it? Do you remember? Yes. Hold on. I'll go get it for you. The article, I mean. You have it? Well, don't get me wrong. I thought something like this might come up, so... Best up to the max, but I bet I could learn about how to stay on a lead from this guy. Here we go. Yes. According to this, Miss Eenie was in the passenger seat. Oh, when her sister had the accident. Was Eenie maybe in the car as well? The passenger seat, huh? And dozing, or so it says. A strong jolt woke her up, and the next minute, a sea of fire was all around her. Miss Eenie fought with the door, finally got it open, and somehow managed to get away. Anywho, you can read all the details in the article. Yes. Interesting. A new clue. I should probably look this over. Yeah, let's do that, Phoenix. Wait, where is it? Has it not been added to the court record yet? It's been half a year since Miss Eenie had her surgery and got better. She was discharged sometime in December last year. It's already been half a year, huh? Yes, so, how was I? I was a real help, wasn't I? Yes, you can pay me back with just a quick handy under the desk. No? Okay. Thank you very much. Yes, well then I'll be getting back to my room then. Tell Miss Eenie I said hi, okay? Yes. Time for me to leave too. Yes. Okay, it's definitely time to leave. Wait. Where's the new newspaper clipping? You know, I never fucking write this. Is this the same one and they just updated it? Late last night, two women's car crashed into a highway center divide. One of the women was not able to escape the flaming wreckage and died at the site. Ongoing investigations revealed the driver had fallen asleep at the wheel. Oh yeah! No, this is the article. Miss Eenie Miney holds interview about the crash. I was totally tired, dropped off to sleep. Nothing super interesting. Then the one driving the car was her sister, Mimi Miney. Okay. That's what I need to force her to admit that she was in an accident. Ooh, Chester, that sounds tasty. Hey! So how was it? Did you go to the clinic? Yeah, I found out a few things, I guess. Matter, you ain't looking so well. Oh yeah, so earlier, that old granny called the cops. Huh? The cops? Why would Morgan call the police? Said she had something to tell him. Things are sure getting interesting. Oh, now she remembers something, huh? Hi, Pikmin. Turns out this woman is just a fraud. But honestly, I tell you, that granny sure got her bloomers in or not. Well, I guess you could put it that way. It always starts out small, you know? Stealing the master's seat and controlling the village folk. Now you see what it's turned into? Murder, that's what. Yeah, what a mess. Hey, hold on. What? That stuff you were just talking about. That's the first I've heard of it. Really? Well, it's old news to everyone else in the world. Well, excuse me for not keeping up with gossip while I'm busy saving people. Phoenix, in a year you've had like 6 cases. You have time. You said something about stealing the master's seat? Yep. Right now, the master is this medium named Misty Faye, but the one that was really supposed to be the master was that old granny. Excuse me? Morgan was supposed to become the master? I hear the master has always been the eldest daughter. The eldest daughter? Turns out that old bat is Misty Faye's older sister. Oh, this is... This is turning interesting. They say the older sister is usually the one with more spiritual power. Come to think of it, Maya said the same thing a long time ago. She warned me not to take Mia's powers lightly. Well, anyway, somehow Granny there lost to her younger sister Misty. See? This made the townfolk turn against her, so I hear. Said all sorts of things, too, like she's the oldest and yet she doesn't have the power to be the next master. Disgraceful. I had no idea. So, what would have happened had Morgan been stronger? Maya's family would have been the Branch family, I reckon. Do you know where Eni is, Lotta? Yeah, I saw her not too long ago. She's hanging around that garden in the middle. Okay, thanks. Got something to ask her? Yeah, I've got a whole list of things. Only she can clear up for me. Okay. I'm shocked. Shocked that Gumshoe wasn't here. I'm also shocked that Morgan isn't in the channeling chamber. Toucans, you will not say a bad word about my man. Hey, like, I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah. I think I have enough to finally unlock her secret. Like, what's with that scary look on your face?
Take that!
I really like this mechanic. Please tell me about the traffic accident. Huh? Like, whose accident? Your sister's accident, naturally. Oh, oh yeah. So, like, that Dr. Gray guy made my sister fall asleep. And, like, that's all I have to say about that. Interesting. Eni just asked whose accident. Which means she must know something about another person's accident. Alright, let's change the topic then. How about you tell me about a certain other person's accident? Huh? Another person's accident? Like, you got someone in mind? I do. Tell me about your own accident, Missy.
Take that!
I want to ask about your own car accident. Me? Yes. So, wow, like, how strange. I have, like, no idea what you're talking about. Can you, like, prove I was in, like, an accident? Aha! I can, because it was in the newspaper.
Take that!
Would you take a look at this? It's a newspaper article from 1 year ago. It says, Miss Eni Miney holds interview about crash. Ah! You suffered a very bad injury and had to be admitted to a hospital, correct? Like, wait! What now? That's not me! Huh? I mean, like, this person has, like, the same name, but she's totally not me. My name, Eni Miney, is, like, pretty common. What in the world are you babbling about? Your sister's name, Mimi Miney, is in here, too. Like, totally, wow. What a scary coincidence. I'm totally getting, like, goosebumps. You think I'm gonna let you get away with that? So, like, now what? Like, do you have something to that totally says I was hospitalized? The photo?
Take that!
This is your proof. Like, what's that picture supposed to mean? I got this from the hospital where you were hospitalized at. Huh? So? There was a certain patient there. He's quite a fan. As a memento of your stay, he stole this. I have to say, this photo looks like you. That creepy fake director? Now are you ready to tell me about the accident? Like, wait a sec. Okay, so, like, I was in an accident, sure. But that's, like, totally not related to this murder. Actually, it is. Oh, shit! I get it. I think I get it. So, the way this was thought is car crashes. Mimi is driving, Eni is in passenger seat, Eni escapes. That's not what happened. Car crashes, Eni was driving, Eni dies, Mimi escapes. But Mimi has a photo from Eni's license. At the hospital, they do reconstructive surgery. Now she looks like her sister, but she gets revenge for her sister, These plots get convoluted. I feel like I'm on the right track. It's something like that. Look at this article. It says that one of the women died, correct? And that woman who died, who do you suppose they mean? That's right. It was the Pope. It was the most recent female Pope. You murdered her, Eni, and I have proof. Do you suppose the woman who died in the accident could be your sister?
Take that!
I believe it was your sister, Mimi, Miney. Mimi? You were riding in your sister's car while she drove. The two of you were together when your accident occurred, making it one and the same. Hey! We proved shit. Yeah, I was riding in that car with my sister. We were, like, on our way home. I was riding in the passenger seat when I fell asleep. But the person who escaped had long hair, which Eni doesn't, and that includes in the photo from that day. And then it happened. At the time, I grabbed for my purse and escaped from the passenger side door. And your sister? I, couldn't do anything. The car was full of smoke. I couldn't see anything. I'm sorry. I don't know how this helps us, though. Because that doesn't prove any subterfuge. Did Dr. Gray really cause that accident by drugging your sister with sleeping pills? He was totally out to get my sister. He totally did that to, pay my sister back? I wonder. This does give Eni a good reason to want to murder Dr. Gray. It seems simple, doesn't it? What do you mean? But it would be very hard to catch me. Actually, I'd say impossible. That sounds suspiciously like a confession, madam. What? I think you get the picture. I'm gonna serve you a slice of humble pie. I hope you enjoy it. What? What? But... What? I don't think there's much more I can do here, but... The music was suggesting something more severe, but... It does... I don't know if there's much we can do there. Because I've got no further evidence. Hmm. Nothing's changed here. Okay. Looks like something's up. Stop! Stop! Leave my mother alone! Oh! Hey, hold on, okay, pal? I'm not gonna hurt. Oh dear. It is perfectly alright. I will be out for a short while with this young man. Mother, please let me go too. No, you must stay here and protect the manor. But... Oh, don't make that face. Hey, I'll tell you what. Show you something cool. Here, look, a real pistol. Detective, do not upset me further. Oh, sorry. He loves showing his gun to kids. Not a euphemism. Poor Gumshoe being dragged off by the ear like that by Morgan. Mother. Here. This has never happened before. Pearls. Mr. Nick. I have a really bad feeling that I can't shake. I think something really bad is going to happen. I'm scared. I'm really scared, Mr. Nick. Say something, Phoenix. Anything. Ugh, I'm terrible at this. Mr. Nick, what about Mystic Maya? He'll be alright. I think I've gathered enough evidence. Mystic Maya, she must feel all alone. Please, Mr. Nick, go visit her. Yeah, but I can't just leave you here all alone either. Well, like, you're right, Phoenix, but also she's not all alone. We don't see them, but there are other people living here. There are several trainees, many of whom we can assume are adults. She'll be fine. Please, Mystic Maya needs you by her side. Her stare is really piercing. Okay. Bye. You kept me waiting, Phoenix. Mia. So, how are the preparations? I think I have enough evidence and information now. I think. Everything will be on your shoulders tomorrow. Whether Maya is found guilty or innocent, it's a heavy weight to bear. Memory serves. Mia had a few psyche locks of her own. Mia, I'm ready to unlock the last piece of information I need now. Sure, I welcome you to try. Okay, so I have what I need to unlock that. And I think, like, I've got my theory about what happened, and I think this will confirm it. Thing. Oh, do I still have to talk to her before I can do that? That's fair. Mia. Yes? Mia, you know something, don't you? About the real murderer. There we go. Why do you think so? Really trying at times to be able to see other people's secrets. Looks like it's time for you to explain your reasoning. Yeah, a battle of wits against Mia. Gulp. Okay, now I can present this.
Take that!
Phoenix, you think I'm hiding information about someone from you. Isn't that right? Yes. Alright then. Tell me who you think I'm protecting. Well, the only people she would be protecting would be either of the Fays. She has no reason... Oh. Okay, so I did a right click, which was unintentional. The only people she would be protecting would be either of the Fates. She has no reason to protect anybody else. Okay, I clicked on the wrong thing. Whoops. And I think it must be Morgan that she's trying to protect. She has no reason... Like, we know Pearl wasn't even there. Morgan Fay, of course. There's no one else you would protect like this, Mia. Well done, but while the murder was being committed, my aunt was outside with everyone else. Which means she already has an alibi. That's true. Show me some evidence that would cast suspicion onto my aunt. So, we've got the bullet hole in the folding screen. And the bullet hole in the clothing box. Summer, thank you for the dukes. We've got the cloth scrap, which is interesting. All three of those are potential options.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
It truly is, Pikmin. I feel like the clothing box I would need to connect to the folding screen and the garment with the hole in it, and that's a bit too... That's like too many steps. I feel the cloth scrap is the one that indicates there was another costume which was being burned. The proof is this piece of cloth. I found it in the incinerator near the Winding Way. It's the same material as Maya's costume, except for the splotch of blood. You mean it's from Maya's costume that she was wearing at the time of the murder? Yes, but when Maya was arrested, she was wearing her costume. That just means someone changed her clothes. Changed her clothes? But why? I don't know why. But there is only one person who could have done that. The one person who was taking care of Maya. My aunt. What's that look mean? Your argument is too flimsy. Huh? You have no proof that this piece of cloth is actually from Maya's costume. But this blood... And do you know whose blood that is at this point in time? You don't, do you? Do you have any proof that piece of cloth is from Maya's costume? That's interesting. Because nothing's torn from this costume. Nothing's torn here. Nothing appears to be torn here. Interesting. Huh. So what? Oh, very interesting. The key is a possibility. Again, the idea being no one else could have been in that room. Like, it had to have happened after the door was opened. Stitch. I love you.
Take that!
I think this is the proof you're looking for. The key to the channeling chamber, huh? At the beginning of the channeling, Maya had possession of this key. And yet somehow it magically ended up in the incinerator in the center garden. I'd forgotten that's where it was found. Yeah. That connects the cloth of scrap to being Maya's because it had the key in it. Somehow. I'm sorry, Stitch, I don't have a pat command. But if people in chat would like to, I would appreciate it if they would give Stitch all the pats they deserve. In fact, I do believe I have Stitch Pat. You're right. And this is what Maya told me. While I was channeling, the key was sitting inside my sleeve. And both this key and the piece of cloth were found inside the incinerator. Which means that this piece of cloth was a part of Maya's costume. It would certainly seem that way. Someone changed her into a different set of clothes. And then burned the costume she was wearing in the incinerator. There's only one person who could have done that. One person who was taking care of Maya. My aunt. Exactly. You did very well, Phoenix. Thank you. As long as you have those two pieces of evidence, you can cast suspicion on my aunt. Stitch, no! It probably wasn't Pearl. However, like I said in the beginning, my aunt has an alibi. Yeah, she was with us the whole time. Here's my final question. You don't have to present solid proof of this for me. But I want to know, if my aunt is the culprit, then how did she commit the murder? How she did it, huh? I want to hear your thoughts. In order for my aunt to murder Dr. Gray, who or what did she need? She needed an accomplice. Specifically, an accomplice who no one would be suspicious of because she was supposedly sleeping in the side room. Stitch.
Take that!
Eenie Miney. She's the answer to the final question. Which means that my aunt and Eenie Miney were in cahoots. You know, the legal term. Something's been bothering me all this time. This crime is something no normal person could carry out. A person would have to know a lot about Fey Manor and the village itself to do this. Stitch is a brilliant detective. Soon, Stitch will be working under the guidance of Gumshoe. Morgan already has an alibi. Yes, which is why I can't figure out how it was done. I can, partly. We can assume that Eenie Miney is involved somehow. But we have one big problem on our hands. A problem? With what? You don't have a motive. Why would Morgan want to kill Dr. Gray? Why would she have to? Ah! She didn't want to kill Dr. Gray. She wanted to frame Maya. That's what she wanted. Dr. Gray? Completely secondary to her. But it allowed her to get Eenie involved. Also, we don't really know for sure that she was cooperating with Eenie. Mia doesn't have a clue either, huh? Then there's only one possibility. Huh? Think about it, Phoenix. why would my aunt do something like that? And why would she do it in such an underhanded fashion? Because... Mother. She is the one who holds the key to this. Mother? Whose? Mine? Phoenix! God, you're such a dingbat. I love you. Don't be silly. Mine, of course. Misty Faye. Yeah, and Maya's mother? Why would she bring her up now? Now then. Looks like we've gathered everything we could. All we have to do is win tomorrow. Everything will become apparent then. Right, Chief. We won't lose. In theory. In practice, we could very well lose. Stitch! Nick? Yeah? Did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18, just like me? Yeah. Why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. And also, how fucking sexy she is with that whip. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time, all by herself, and she's so grown up. Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. And then you look at me, and, well... I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. Well, yeah, at 18 you are. On top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through. Good morning! The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey! Morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother is coming today to show her support. Oh, no. No, Pearl. No, I suspect she's coming today to testify. Which is different. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Hey, Pearls? Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favor? Did you channel Mia today, too? Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch. Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. I've only been a shark lawyer for like 2 years at this point. Mr. Nick, that's enough! You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Pearly, not this again! Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? A lot of pressure to put on an 8-year-old, Phoenix. Alright. I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later, then. I'll leave you two to your alone time. Whew, thank goodness. Nick? This way, Pearls won't be able to see today's trial. Oh, so he was being mean to her for her own good. What do you mean? What's going on? Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. This is still so disturbing as an image. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool, wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. No. Not even in this world. Is a 13-year-old a prosecutor? No, fuck this game. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. Uh-huh. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Faye. Oh, on account of how she's a ghost? Very clever, very clever. You're just a mean old ghost bully, aren't you? It's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. Oh no, Summer. You must have missed yesterday's stream. This Von Karma is the best. Chat may have been a little horny for Whip Mummy. That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct? Yes. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. Alright, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of the arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. What? But, Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said that wasn't the defendant. Then what is the meaning of this? All I'm saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped this key. Can you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fey, to the stand. Just as I suspected, Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia, she seems really torn by this. Witness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fey, and I am a spirit medium in a manner of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean, in a manner of speaking? I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed a spirit severing technique on Mr. Kamaya then. Spirit severing technique? A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is... Yes, that is... You, be quiet. Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. What in the world could have... Mr. Kamaya, she escaped from the room. What? And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. Order, order, order! Miss Fey, please testify to this court what happened during that time. Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mr. Kamaya's hand, and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrust me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mr. Kamaya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. Yeah, more like you thought you would be convicted yesterday, and you didn't think you'd have to get your hands dirty. That's right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. Hang on. Sorry, this just occurred to me. How old was she when she had Pearl? Because Mia is, I think, 25, 26. Which conservatively puts Misty Faye in her early 40s. She's the older sister, so she's at least mid-40s. So, yeah, she would have been fairly old when she had Pearl, who is, as far as we can tell, her only child. That's not an issue. My brain was just trying to kind of put things together. And that came up. We heard the gunshots. Those two broke the door open. Just now, you said those two. Who were the two people you were referring to? I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Lotta's not a foreigner, despite how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English. Not to mention she looked awful. I can see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot. Yeah, for good reason. In any case, I've already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Oh, thanks. What did you do after that, Miss Faye? I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police, which we did. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head, and this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. But why would you lie about something like that? It is very painful for me to say this. However, the witness was lying to cover for the defendant. He was covering for Maya? No. So you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. Meaning? That the renegade Mr. Kamaya had done something very unexpected. Something unexpected? What, pray tell, did she... This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later. Yes, very well. Ugh. Why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Phoenix, stop eating rocks! God! Now, witness, continue with what happened. Then, quite suddenly, She thrust me away from herself and escaped from the room. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit such a thing, however, yes. But you're physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time, the defendant was not physically Maya Fey. Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand. Hi, Lizard. Let's get your bean. Also, welcome. Oh, is it gonna be coconut? Or is it gonna be spoiled milk? I think we all know the answer to that question. Pleasant coconut. Oh, how very nice. Thank you for giving me such a pleasant time, Lizard. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have. However, with great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. You fainted? I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor. How long were you unconscious? I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps? Always great when you join us, Lizard. And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time. Happy? Witness, elaborate on that point for us. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Great. Well, now what? So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went? I would think that's obvious, good sir. If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself. It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this. But the key word here is this witness. What do you mean by that? Means she has another witness up her sleeve, that's what. And it's going to be Eni. Looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness. I can't see a crack in her testimony. What should we do? For now, we should try to get more information out of her. After we get more information from her, we may be able to use it later to our advantage. So I pressed on every point except this one. Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, it's a very good point. At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another. Another what, madam? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. I want to hear the end of that sentence. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room? Hi, Chen! Let's get your bean as well. Is it going to be Strawberry banana smoothie or dead fish? Oh boy, oh boy. Oh. Oh, it's not good. Oh, it's not good. Oh. Oh, that was not a smoothie. Oh, no. Oh, that was quite fishy. I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself. Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Faye. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. Looks like she caught us napping. My aunt for you. That's enough. What I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber. I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. Now, let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber? Yes, that is exactly. Be quiet, you. Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person. Oh, Enid's going to claim that her sister came and visited her. Very clever. She went to speak with someone? Was it? The prosecution calls Miss Eenie Miney, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. Eenie Miney? I think you can see where this is headed. Witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is like Eenie Miney. I'm like researching like parapsychology stuff at the university. What is this parapsychology? Let's see. It's like, I guess, most people call it occult stuff. Even if that's what most people call it, can't say I understand what that means. Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Honestly, I'm with Von Karma on this one. The judge should know what occult means. Yes, sir. Now then, Miss Miney. After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct? Well, like, I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is all right, isn't it, Your Honor? Yes, sir! Love of all things good, Your Honor. Have some spine. Hello, Luca. Also, that's a very good frog mote. Like, when the channeling started, I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. Luca, the fun thing is the same thing can happen within 10 minutes of each other in this game. I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy in, like, a sad way. My sister, she, like, told me something totally terrible. Oh my. Now hold your horses, young lady. You said the person that entered was your sister? Yes. She said exactly that. Why is that a surprise? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey? Judge, we've gone over this like 60 times. Yeah. Really now, Your Honor. My FA was still in the middle of channeling at the time. Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister? Okay, fair. He didn't know that. Yes, Mimi Miney. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh, well, this is... Witness? Like, yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? The timing of that lizard, thank you. I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course. Miss Miney, please. My sister, like, this is what she said to me? That was no accident? I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Eenie! She took her revenge? Are you sure that's what she said? Yes. There, are you satisfied, Your Honor? I still can't believe it. Can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge. This is a bit hard to swallow, like chunky gamer piss. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end. What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. This is what's called a problem. This testimony just now. Was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie? Of course it was, Phoenix. Mia, what do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish drabble. Ma'am! Ma'am! Just get a thesaurus, please, I'm begging you. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last. Channeling Sardo sleeping in the side room. Was that because of your, sesame allergy? What? What kind of poll was that? I didn't even see it! I'm assuming the other options were Meanie, Miney, and Mo. Also, I didn't even see that it was happening. Thank you, Luca. You're a cutie. Only one vote. I think the poll was up for like a second. Was that because of your, sesame allergy, was it? Like, that's right. I think there were sesame seeds, like, in the lunch they served that day. I had this, premonition that it was going to totally be a seedy day. Yes, indeed. I see. Am I the only one who missed the boat here? Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were napping? While you were sleeping? Oh! Oh shit! Oh shit? Oh shit. I'll come back to something. Bed, wet, behead. Meanie, Miny, and Mo. I can already tell you, for reasons we'll get to, that I will kill Mo. I will... Mimi's not exactly my type. So I'll fuck Mimi just the once. And we don't know who Miney is, but I will marry Miney just in the hopes that Miney is the better of the twins. Well, not twins, sisters. Or brothers, that's fine. That's their surname, Luca. Miney is their surname. There could be other Mineys. Maybe their dad is really fucking hot. Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping? Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. Mauve taking notes of all my stupid statements. Do you know the time? Anyway, I was saying, oh shit, before, because we know for a fact that, that Pearl was fixing the urn at the time. Maya didn't walk through there. This is all a lie and we can prove it. Oh shit, I said something interesting by mistake? Like, maybe a little before 11 a.m.? Something like that, I think. 11 a.m.? Yeah, like, my stomach is totally ready for, like, food. No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I meant, what time was it when the someone came into your room? Oh, so, like, that's what you meant. Like, you should have been more, like, clear about it. This has to be an act. My bad. No, it's okay. Like, it's really... That's it! Why'd you stop mid-sentence? No, you, Luca. Also, you're cute. Did I? So, like, what was I talking about again? Never mind. Witness about this person who entered the side room. Heck, Luca! You're right, but how dare you? It was like, oh my god, totally my sister? Are you absolutely sure? I guess? You guess? Was it or was it not your sister who entered? Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm going to kill her. She's the dumbest person alive. Like, I know it's an act, but it's so much. First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. Third, I'm a shark. Thank you, Chen. But more than that, she managed to mess up the question with her answer. Well, Mr. Wright. The defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Mimi Miney? happy in a sad way.
Hold it!
You were happy in a sad way? Yeah, like, I mean, it was my sister. But wouldn't most people react here with surprise at seeing a dead loved one alive again? Or a dead anyone alive again? But like, maybe if I was like someone who didn't know like about the occult, but I like know all about the Korean channeling technique. The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, like what she said. Should I drop this line of questioning? Always question further. There are a few cases. I think there's one case in every game where you can be penalized for pressing too much or pushing, but in this case, you can't. So just fucking question further. There's no downside to it. So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? No, like, there wasn't any reason for me to, like, think anything was strange. But, ow! Don't keep badgering her. You know the phrase objection. Could you try using that once in a while? Mr. Wright. It's a question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister. Is it really that important? It's very important because, like, not everybody knew who was going to be channeled. She should still at least be surprised that it was her sister. It's very important, though I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. I've got to bluff her now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Alright, Mr. Wright. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, I'm like totally cool with that. You weren't scared at all, and like her costume looked totally normal? No, it fucking didn't. Ma'am, I will have you eat crow. Actual crow. Where the fuck does that phrase come from? It just occurred to me. So, there was nothing odd at all about your sister's appearance? Like, yeah. Nothing was, like, weird. Mia's talking to herself like she's found something wrong. That's impossible. Like, is everything okay? Can I, like, go on? No. Madam! That is not what I would call normal costume. Not just the costume part, the fucking blood.
Objection!
That was a very well-spun lie, Miss Eni. What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix? They're good lines. Miss Miney, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, and? But I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this. Blood spray? Miss Miney, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. I agree with Phoenix. It is the first thing I would notice if someone came up to me covered in blood. Order! Miss Miney, what is the meaning of this? Miss Miney? I'm thinking! Don't interrupt me. That. And what are you stammering about, Your Honor? That witness. Her personality did a complete 180 there. Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. First of all, calm yourself, witness. Like, I'm sorry. I, didn't mean to snap. Now, hurry up with the testimony. If you please. Ugh, the judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's going to be. After the murder. Like, the side room was, kinda dark, you know? So, the costume is, purple, right? The blood totally blended in. It wasn't on the purple part. It was on her white-ass booby-revealing shirt. And I, persuaded my sister it wasn't, right to do something like that. Wait, what? And then, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Yes, now I see. You have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood. Ooh, you're right, Luca. Now that I'm on Stream Elements, I must add a quote bot. Can you actually DM me with that quote so I can make it the first quote? You think? Thanks, Gramps. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? Right, I guess not. Very well, you may question the witness. Just want to check that photo. Yeah! That's hard to miss. But I don't think they're gonna want us to use the same evidence again. You know what, Luca? I take that as a challenge. Just those 5 words is the DM you sent me. Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court. That's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Miney's? He was such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man. Well, that's just rude. Okay. Ugh. Can't breathe. Let me out of here. You know, I'm actually gonna check something. I'm gonna see if I can switch on the quote command right now. Because this is the best series for quotes. Let's be honest. Nothing beats Phoenix Wright. I know there's a way to... Chatbot? Chat commands. There we go. I switched off a lot of these things. But I know there is a quote bot. How do you add a quote is the question. There's exclamation mark quote, and then they're numbered. Thank you, Alphonse! That is incredibly helpful. Yeah, if you just do exclamation mark quote, let me in fact try that right now. Alphonse coming in here like the heckin' cutie he is. Quote add. There we go. And then if you do exclamation mark quote, it should pull a random quote, or you can exclamation mark quote with a number. Oh, I'm so glad to finally have a quote bot. Thank you, Alphonse. I did. I turned it on just like a minute ago. Weird, Alphonse. You might need to, like, refresh on your side or something. I'm surprised how instantly it updated on OBS. So, like, the costume is, like, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. You didn't see the blood? Like, yeah. But she must have had the gun with her at that time as well. That's, Are you going to tell me next that you didn't notice the gun either? I, like, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, like, her face. Continue. That's all. This is the interesting part. It's so fucking vague. I persuaded my sister it wasn't like Wright to do something like that. I assume that's the revenge thing. And what was your sister, Miss Mimi Miney, like at the time? Well, she was, like, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think, like, she knew. She, like, said she did something really bad. And, like, she said she wanted to go with me to, like, apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Mimi Spirit really say all that to you? Like, yeah. And then, like, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Was your sister calm by that time? Like, I guess so. Correct, Luca. I guess maybe, like, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, like, made her feel a lot better. I'd like to feel a lot better too. Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner the better. Are you threatening to shoot me? She says with her whip at the ready. And, like, Miss Morgan was the one in the channeling chamber, you know. May I ask you one more thing, Miss Miney? Like, sure. Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? Something out of place? Huh? Like, when do you mean? When you were going to the crime scene. Going along the winding way, where Pearl was busy fixing the urn. I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. Like, no, nothing strange. You answered rather quickly. Now what? Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, like, totally can't. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is at all important? It's very important. The fact that Pearl was there, and Pearl didn't see anybody, kind of proves that all of this is a lie. I ask because it's very important. God, I love that overconfident, smug as shit face he has in that pose. Not that I know where I'm going with this. Very well. Miss Miney, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony. Like, I don't get why, but okay. Didn't see anyone. Just in case. Because I suspect, in fact, that you did see someone.
Hold it!
Try to remember that time. Oh, like, I remember, like, I totally didn't see anyone on the way. I guess this really is a dead end. Something you finally pull out of a witness is never a dead end, Phoenix. It's normally entrails. No good, I can't find anything wrong. Phoenix, the judge believes this testimony. If you don't find some sort of hitch in her statement, he'll end the trial. I know. We have to give it another shot. It doesn't matter how many times we listen. We can't give up. The thing is, you should have seen someone.
Objection!
You say that you didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. However, that's impossible. Like, what do you mean? I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Interesting. You have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So, what about this child? She's standing next to me with fucking F-cups. I'm very confused. It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. The garden? Yep. Which means anyone walking through the area would have seen her. So, Miss Miney, what do you have to say to that? Holy shit, what? That was terrifying.
Objection!
As the court can see, she's a bit of an airhead. Also, she was leading her sister at that time.
It's all coming together.
Thank you, Alphonse. It definitely is. Slowly. Do you honestly think she would have noticed a simple child playing? Preposterous. It's not preposterous, and I can prove it. What sort of foolish... There's no way someone walking along the winding way could not have noticed Pearl, because Pearl was on the winding way fixing the Sacred Urn.
Take that!
This urn is my proof. An old, cracked clay pot? What is this going to prove? Do you know why it's cracked? It's because Pearl broke it. That's why. She broke the urn? Why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day? This urn was broken around the time the channeling started. Ah! And Pearl was the one who put it back together, while sitting right in the middle of the winding way. What? Miss Miney. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see? If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. Grrr. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Miney. You are a masterful liar. Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. Yeah, go off, Phoenix. Fucking call liars liars. So, Miss Miney, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course.
Objection!
The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? Nope. No. But I have no way to prove yet that she wasn't. Your lies end here. what do you... The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible, because there's clearly a contradiction here. Is there a contradiction? Where is this contradiction? I appreciate the third option, which is your... oh no, I fucked up. An issue in her testimony is... An issue in her testimony or in the evidence. The thing is, this proves that the clothing box wasn't in the side room. But that doesn't prove that she wasn't in the side room. Help me, Mia. I may have overreached on this one. Is there really a contradiction somewhere? Don't worry, you're on the right path, Phoenix. Might be a little hard for you to see the contradiction, but it's there. So, just this once, do you want me to help you out? Okay, here's the thing. I don't think it's in the evidence. I think it's in her testimony. I'm just trying to figure out where. The only place I can think of is the last thing she said was something about meeting Morgan Fay. How could she have met Morgan Fay if she was asleep in the side room? I think I can do it. Might be hard for me to see, but I can't just accept her help without thinking it through myself. The witness says that during the actual... Yeah, she was asleep in the side room. Time to save. Look, I didn't save scum in XCOM. I'm allowed to save scum here. Earlier in your testimony, Miss Miney, you made the following statement. And like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? I was right! It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police. So, like, what does that, like, have to do with anything? It's very simple. Miss Miney, how did you know that fact? How? I concede that Miss Fay was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. By the way, Luca, I appreciate your Greg along with anarchy, given that Greg is the definition of be gay, do crimes. Which means, Miss Miney, you did, in fact, go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by the winding way. But look at the Mana Guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I ask this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Miney, please answer the question. Don't ask a question off of a baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah! The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Miney. So now's the time to prove it. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place? In the channeling chamber.
Take that!
Miss Miney was here, of course. But that's the channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Miss Miney was at the scene of the crime. Your Honor, I submit. I submit that Maya Fey cannot be the murderer because we know she is not gay and therefore unable to do crimes. Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started. Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Miss Eenie Miney was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Yeah? In fact, the reason murder in this game is so bad is because none of the murderers are ever gay. Gay people are allowed to do crimes. Where? Like, where was I hiding? Behind the folding screen.
Take that!
Here, of course. Behind the folding screen? Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. Gay appropriation? Alphonse, that's amazing. See, you stupid jerk? Quit being so quick to pin it on me, slimeball. Now, Miss Miney. I'm so young as you shouldn't be saying, "Shut it, Gramps," as if you know exactly how old I am. I'm sorry. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this. The Sacred Urn! She was inside it all along.
Take that!
Miss Miney, how you were able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. That tiny little box? No person could fit in that. Lotta can. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Lotta disproved you when she was hiding from me. But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time. Mr. Wright? Do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? I can, with some evidence. And now, I present a piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. It's the folding screen itself. They both got holes at 8 inches, which means they were both fucked by midgets. I mean, shot by the same bullet. Actually, 8 inches is... 8 inches is more Smurf than midget. Hi, Max. You know, you haven't missed a lot of shit. The shit's happening now. 8 inches is about 22 centimeters, Alphonse. No? It's 20 centimeters. Almost exactly. I was doing 9 centimeters. Because I'm a dingus.
Take that!
Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid. As if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing. Who's this? What on earth? I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole! About 8 inches off the ground. That's exactly the height of a Smurf's dick. She is, Max. She's just stopped pretending to be Bimbo. Because we've called her out too many times. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? Oh yeah, in my Smurfs porn parody. The folding screen. It had a hole at the same height. That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen. Which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. Thank you, Luca. Oh God, Alphonse, I haven't thought about that movie in so long. It went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Miney, you were hiding behind the folding screen, waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. I'm still waiting for my moment to do the thing. Order! Order! Then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eenie Miney? That is exactly what I'm saying. What exactly is so unacceptable, Red Mage? Because that was perfect timing, but there's no getting away from that.
Well, excuse me, princess.
You were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. To masquerade as Maya Fey? She had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray.
Now there are 2 of them.
You know there are 2 of them, gamer. And thank you for taking part in Shadow Mage's Dukes, Max. Yay, Chester! Very exciting. No! Stop! Oh, I cannot express how much I love that sound alert. That may be my favorite. I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. I do have a soft spot for that one, Max, for obvious reasons. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition.
A pig! So cute.
Thank you, Pikmin. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the scene of the crime, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do all that by herself. That is a very astute observation, Francisca von Karma. I'm glad you brought it up. It really is impossible. For one person to do all the preparations, that is. Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Wait, this one, Karma. You said it was not possible for one person, correct? Well, you can't be serious. Max, it's because the judge likes it. Miss Miney, you had an accomplice. Oh, shit! This person? If it wasn't someone from Karain Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fae household, you wouldn't have that box to use. Morgan Fae? Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? What do you have to say to this, Miss Miney? You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. But technically, she only shot him with one of them. Do you deny it? I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then, when the channeling started, the murderer crept silently towards the other 2, both of whom had their eyes closed. Oh, shit, Chester. Oh, Chester. No, you're 100% correct. Me, Slim, and Travis need to co-op something like Monster Party. Well, Monster Camp, Monster School, whatever it's called. Or if there's something that can have even more players. Monster Prom, that's the one. Don't the Nancy Drew games normally have voice acting, though? Or at least some of them do. The murderer crept silently towards the other 2, both of whom had their eyes closed. Also, I realized during yesterday's stream that I am unfortunately very good at a particular anime sound. And I just recently did it. Because I'm good at the evil laugh, but it turns out I'm also surprisingly good at which which is just such a sound to be able to make. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then she stabbed Dr. Gray with the knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Weird. Didn't seem to add properly. Unexpected? Yes. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that is why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. Oh no, it added perfectly. And now, I am legally bound every time quote number 3 comes up to go, and in fact, Summer, this is going to be awful. You can choose specific quotes. You can give it with a number. I'm sorry, Alphonse. Oh my, gamer. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and shot him. Alphonse, just for you. Oh! I'm very glad I live alone. After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room. Yes, the gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Miss Miney, she immediately covered her own costume with blood. And pretended to be Maya Fey. Oh. This has been a good day. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through. Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fay chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here. Oh, Shadow Mage, you've missed quite a lot. So, in-game, we proved that Eni was lying. We've basically shown that Eni is probably the murderer with Morgan helping her. That's fine. I also added a quote bot, and we've already got 3 quotes in it. Like that one. And we've also got the quote, horny anime noise. How, you may ask, is that a quote? The answer, Shadow Mage, is because I revealed to chat that I have the ability to go, and yes, also white-ass booby revealing shirt. It's been quite a productive stream in many ways. It's worth noting, most of this has happened in the past 30 minutes. Fuck my neighbors. Let them think what they want. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this murder. Who is that? Who is laughing at a time like this? Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry, are you still by chance evolving? Yes, we all are. What is it this time? Miss Van Karma, surely... Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Van Karma blood would lose due to something this petty? You're not of Van Karma blood. You're adopted. This is established. You can be of the Van Karma line, but you're not of Van Karma blood. What in the world? Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is, if this witness is the real murderer, Why would she go through all this trouble? Huh? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act? What reason would she have to do such a foolish thing? Well, that's... Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Eenie Miney want to kill Dr. Gray? What is her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive. Motive? That's... Can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? Fucking revenge! What? How is this not obvious? She has several motives. Hi, Juice. Ah! Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix, right? Not even she is calling... Wait! You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death? It isn't currently a mod-only command. I think I'm going to make it one, just in case. Yes, Juice. I activated the Stream Elements chatbot. Now, that may have been a huge mistake. It's not currently mod-only. But I think it should be. Yeah, I'm gonna make this mod only. Especially because I'm not aware of any way to remove quotes. Well, yeah. And especially if I get, like, a weird raid or something, there's the potential for a lot of shit to go wrong. This is for Alphonse, but it's also for Juice, who probably hasn't heard it yet today. Quote number 3. Ah! That's the quote. Juice, what? Right, it's Sunday. Juice! Any god who doesn't want me to make horny anime noises is not a god I support. Okay, thank you, Alphonse. That's very good to know. Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing? What do you mean by that? Senile, stupid Gramps. Thank you, Chester.
They call me.
Hi, Crow. Thank you for the raid. This is a hell of a time to be joining. I'm glad to see you're playing satisfactory. Shit is going down both in-game and out of game. I activated a quote bot today, and it was a terrible, terrible decision. It's also one of the best decisions I've ever made. God damn it! So I now have a rule, which I may turn into a channel point thing, because it's being abused a lot, and that's fine. where every time someone gets quote number 3, I have to read out quote number 3, which is, ah! Oh. How are you enjoying Satisfactory? Chester, I'm so glad I could give you a gift! Then it's your unbirthday present. I'm like going to explain, so like please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from hospital. If I like wanted revenge, then like I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, like the guy that thought of the spirit thing was like Dr. Gray. It was like a total coincidence he asked me about it, you know? She's back to her airhead persona. However, you see... Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. The end. Ooh, that's good, Chester. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. No, we do not. Your Honor, fuck you. I've established that everyone in this case is lying. Hi, Merripp. Happy New Year. What Miss Miney has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated and she has no motive in the first place. Yes, she does, because she's not Eni. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morganfay to... blah blah blah. I misclicked. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point. Ah, Slim is very good at giving gifts, so I'm not surprised you got one. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place. What is that sound, Phoenix? What happened? I thought I had her for sure. See, like, it's just as I, like, totally told you. I hope you liked your slice of humble pie. Very well, I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Eni Miney. Your Honor, please allow the defense 1 more minute. Alright! Down Blue's here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Mia. Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But, you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. Stitch! Go get Cookie Vector! Oh no. I have spots on my BTTV. Should I cut Cookie Vector up into one of those, like, 4-part emotes? Like, it's an awful, awful idea. I still think I want to do it. Yeah, like that kind of thing, Pikmin. Oh, Max. My sweet summer child. Or just Stitch, that's also an option, a 3-part emote. Gru, Hand with Cookie, and Vector. Everything happens for a reason. Sometimes that reason is Phoenix Wright is a fucking idiot. There is a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it's also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. The answer is her sister isn't dead. The channeling would have failed because Mimi Miney isn't dead. That's why it had to happen now. Time is up, Mr. Wright. Final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Miss Miney had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason? Can I? I mean, yes, presumably. Yes, I can. I'm not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Miney had a motive. Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended after all. Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side. The Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What I find interesting about her, genuinely, is that she's actually much more like Edgeworth than she is like her father. In the sense that they both care about... They both have this idea of doing it perfectly. They're also willing to hide and or manipulate evidence because they suck. And I don't care if you are my witness. So help me, I will throw you out of my way. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene. Yes, let's save. We're nearly there. Stitch, how dare you? But also, that's exactly what she would say. Is it really true about my aunt? I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way Eni could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your Aunt Morgan. That's terrible. Why? Why would my aunt... Everything is going just as I predicted. Oh, who's speaking? Oh! Miss Von Karma! Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Entirely untrue. I had much to do with what happened to her father. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation? Looking down on me even though we're the same age. Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering. Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat. Even if you do that, it won't bring your father back. Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is. More importantly, who the real murderer is? Can we focus on the part of this that is a courtroom? I like her everything, Chester. Bed, wed, behead. Winning, the truth, or Edgeworth? Oh, I'm gonna marry Edgeworth. That one's easy. I will kill the truth, and I will bed winning. It's time to feel my dick inside the concept of victory. Court will now reconvene, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? You prove Miss Eenie Miney had a motive. Yes, I believe I can. Stitch, no! How dare you! Eenie Miney and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection. And that's the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Oh no, Luca! Oh no! Miss Miney, please testify to this court about your car accident last year. Huh? I thought, like, you wanted to, like, ask about my, like, motive. I've given Luca too much power! I, like, don't see the point in, like, bringing up the past. Miss Miney, if you please. Okay, like, I totally don't think it'll do any good, but... That was, like, last year in May. Like, something really bad happened at, like, my sister's clinic around then. And, like, the night of the accident, my sister was totally tired while she was driving. I was, like, totally pooped too, so I, like, fell asleep in the passenger seat. Alphonse! That's so good! What is a mod? A miserable little pile of bullying their streamer. Bye, Shadow Mage. You'll be back to Doot. You know you will. I, like, woke up because of a jolt, and, like, it was a sea of flames around me. I, like, opened the door and, like, got away. I think I've heard of this incident. It was all the talk in the tabloid shows, day after day last year. Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister. Those were merely rumors. Totally baseless gossip. Max! Sniping Shadow Mage's Doots! Yes. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug Miss Miney's sister. Yeah, which means I'll have to work this from another angle. Didn't some sort of medical malpractice happen at your sister's hospital then? Yeah, that was like in May too. Like, the thing with all the patients dying was like May 2nd. And like, our accident was like on the 24th. 2 accidents back to back. Do you assume it's just a coincidence? My sister was like totally tired, so that's why, duh. That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct? Yeah. What was the cause of the mistake? Like, I heard it was because the medicines, like, got mixed up. Was that the fault of your sister, Mimi Miney? Like, no way! Dr. Gray, like, wanted to blame it on my sis. That incident has nothing to do with our murder here. Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Mimi Miney's fault. Means as far as the real facts are concerned, Mimi Miney is the one who made the mistake. But like, it really wasn't my sis. Oh no, we've got a poll. It's a very important poll though. And the accident mice. I'm just gonna press on everything for now. She was totally tired? You mean exhausted? Like, she had to talk to the police and, like, was being investigated, like, every day? It was, like, a totally terrible situation. It's no wonder, then, that the car accident happened, huh? So then, why didn't you ask to switch places? She did! She did! This is the whole key. The little sister is the one who crashed and died. This is not Eni, this is Mimi. Huh? Like, what are you talking about? I meant switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her. True, true. Ah, but like, I don't like have a driver's license? Fuck! That's a lie! That's a lie because we've got her license photo. If it makes you feel better, Alphonse, that's just a consequence of the game being like it is. This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Miney. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony. Who the fuck told Luca not to have a snack? I will fight. Like, okay, anyway. The accident happened at night, correct? Yeah, like, it was at, like, 1 AM or so, I think. I had, like, a paper due, so, like, really soon. So, like, I hadn't slept, and I was working, like, real hard. So it was because the two of you were so tired that this accident happened. I didn't have my license, so I couldn't take over driving for her. But this is the photo for your driver's license. Miss Miney, that was a lame lie just now. No, it wasn't. Here's the thing. She's the one who did have the license, I think. Like, what do you mean? I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. What's the meaning of this, Miss Miney? That's right. Yeah, I had, like, a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. Nope. You were in hospital for several months. Nope, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so. What are you talking about? What, are you talking about that perverted fake clinic director? Yes, that perverted fake clinic director. No one cares. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license? Like, last November. What? November? It's covered in drool, but it's also really stretchy, Max. It's very concerning. The accident happened last May. That's a half-year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix, right? That's... Alphonse, that's the best thing I've ever heard. What in the... That's what happened, Mr. Wright. At the time of the accident, Miss Miney did not have a driver's license. Ugh. Cry and my whip will accommodate. Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers. I'm, like, glad you get it, but, like, even if I had my license, I, like, don't think my sis would have, like, let me drive. Don't just stand there humming to yourself. Not you too, Mia, with the whip and the pain and the ow. Miss Miney, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? That's because... I think this situation calls for a more detailed testimony. Miss Miney, if you please. Max, that's a remarkably good question. Hi, Bubbles. Thank you, Max. I was just about to give that same quote. Like, how annoying. Oops, like, sorry. Didn't mean to be mean. You really do, Max. It's powerful. Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. And sis was, like, this totally big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. And she, like, had just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. And she, like, would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too. See. Bright red car for sports. Now then, the defense may question the witness. I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but... Huh. What do you mean by really close? Like, I had one of those permit things. I think that's what they're called. Permit? Wow, the big-name lawyer boy doesn't even know what a driver's permit is. Well, this lawyer never had a permit. Ignorance is to be whipped. What is with her? All she said in the last few minutes is utter nonsense. So, like, may I continue? She valued cars? How much would she say she valued her car? Well, like, she'd flip out at like a drop of rain. And, like, she would notice if someone, like, touched the car door with dirty hands. In that case, why bother taking the car out of the garage ever? Why did you take such special care of the car? How can you say that? It was a brand spanking new car. New car? Like, you wouldn't want to, like, get it dirty, would you, Mr. Lawyer? I would think that cars getting dirty is just another fact of life, but I guess people who really love cars think otherwise. Phoenix, try asking something of more significance, alright? Well, Miss Miney, what kind of car was it? Doesn't say anything about the car. Just want to check the last page. So far there isn't anything particularly unusual here. It was a new car? Yeah. she had, like, just gotten it. It was, like, from the UK. The UK? Are those her boyfriend's initials? Oh my god. And it was a really special model? If she had waited for a whole year for it to arrive? I guess her love of cars would be the obvious next topic. I really don't know anything about cars, but I had a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor. Yes? Please have the witness append what she just said to her testimony. You mean the part about it being a special import car? Oh, shit! This is it. In the UK and a lot of other parts of the world, you drive on the right-hand side of the car. If this was a special import, then yeah. What would normally be the driver's side was in fact the passenger side. Well, if you like cars that much, then... It differs in different parts of the world. In the UK, you drive on the left-hand side of the road, on the right of the car. Same in South Africa, in US and Canada, you drive on the right-hand side of the road, but the left-hand side of the car. That's not my point, but to be honest, I don't know what my point is either. I do. Sure, whatever. Japan is left side too, which means in the Japanese version it was probably imported from the US instead of the UK. I yelled hold it pretty forcefully, but I don't actually know what to ask about cars. Ask for the heck of it. So, yes? Let's start with this. Why are British cars good? Like, huh? They're expensive, and their driver's seat is opposite to our cars here in the States. There we go. It would seem there's no benefit to owning one. Like, huh? This whole steering wheel on the right side thing, it's kind of goofy, isn't it? What do you know? That sleek shape, the pure engine, the way it starts, the raw feeling of manual transmission. I do like a manual transmission. I'm a big fan of manual gearbox. Ugh, forgive me. Personality really changes at the drop of a hat. It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradiction behind this cake. I believe you do need special permission, Bubbles. This is crucial. Was your sister good at driving? She was, like, totally awesome. She, like, said she was gonna be the, like, racing queen of the nursing world. Somehow, I think she bumped my question off track again. Ended up in the passenger seat. That's the key. And that was when the accident occurred, correct? Like, yeah. I, like, immediately reached for the passenger side door. Except it wasn't the passenger side door. And fled, like, in a daze. Sounds like you had a terrifying time. Something very big here. It's gonna be hard to break apart such a natural-sounding testimony, but we have to attack it, and by doing so, a flaw will show itself. You really think so? Believe. There is a path, I know it. He almost sounded like a prophet for a second there. Just gonna save. Like, I know what the thing is. I just don't quite... Okay, the only piece of evidence I have is this newspaper clipping. Opened the right door. There we go. Explicitly says opened the right door, which for an import car is the driver's side. That's why you ended up in the passenger seat, except you didn't. Don't do that, Max. She'll try to pull some shit like that. Miss Miney, do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it. But I opened the right door and, like, got out. That's correct, isn't it? Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that? Your Honor, which side is the passenger seat? The left or the right? Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver's on the left side. That would be if it were an American car. But it would be the opposite in a British car. Opposite? The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be the left side. Ah! What do you mean by this? Miss Miney, you said that you had escaped using the right side door of the car. But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat. Is Chester telling cute stories again? Order! Order in the court! Order! Order! Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. Eni said the person who was driving was her oldest sister, Mimi Miney. That is what Eni said, yes. But that is where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions. Phoenix. Looks like you finally found the real root of this murder. If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Eni or Mimi? Who was really driving that night? I have a weird suspicion that the answer is actually Mimi, but that... I feel like that's one step too complicated, but yeah, it has to be Mimi. That's what it was all along, which is we've been talking to Mimi this whole time. The answer is the one person who had her driver's license, Mimi Miney. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive. But you just said the witness, Miss Eni Miney, was the one in the driver's seat. Leads us to the next question. The next question? Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now? What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This witness's name is... I'll tell you what her name really is. This witness's real name is... Mimi Miney. That is your real name.
Objection!
Of all the foolish dribble, then how do you explain her appearance? This witness had severe facial burns when she was admitted into the hospital. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used a photo. Bubbles, thank you for referencing that. Facial reconstruction surgery? This is the picture she gave to her doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister. But Mimi Miney, she died in the car accident. That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case. Then, the body they found at the crash site. That was the body of the real Eenie Miney. Isn't that right, Miss Mimi Miney? Yeah, Bubbles. That car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Eenie Miney. Her sister, Mimi, then stole her face and was reborn as Eenie. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Miney from existence. Your Honor, I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray.
What do you mean?
What is the meaning of this nonsense? Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mimi Miney. However, that would not have been possible, because Mimi Miney was still in fact alive. And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening. At all costs. And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray? Is that what you're saying? Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed. Alphonse, don't call me out.
Well, Miss Eenie, Miss Von Karma?
Why did you say my name just now? Again, this is going to become a redeem later, but this is still during the stream, and just for Alphonse. For old time's sake. Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? Oh, I didn't expect it to be bit crushed, but that's even better. That's right. I admit it. My real name is Mimi Miney. That quack doctor, he got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi too. So close.
But why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself? To become your own sister?
I think I understand why. Mimi Miney wanted her old self to disappear because of this. Yeah, because the malpractice was her fault. That's about the malpractice incident. Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Mimi Miney. That's right, the person standing before us today. Oh no, I don't even know what that clip is. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Miney had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister. The timing couldn't have been worse. 14 patients dying in that incident and her own sister's life extinguished. I do appreciate the French spelling of honk. It was all too much to bear. I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way. She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. Honk, honk, honk! I did my best, Shadow Mage. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister.
Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination. I'll have you know I plan complicated murders all the fucking time.
That jerk. If only he hadn't thought of that channeling mumbo-jumbo. Mumbo-jumbo? Becoming Eni has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult, I hate it! I hate it all! Oh. Max! That's far too easy.
I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as, why did Miss Miney choose to go with such a complicated plan? And why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear.
The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fay. This is preposterous! I'm perfect! Me, Francisca Von Karma. I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss Von Karma. How about you? It's going to be broadcast all over the world, right? Stop! We can only come so many times! Phoenix! Hang in there, Phoenix! Luca, no! I can hear Luca typing it. I don't want my quotes to be all lewd. This court is a fraud, a sham. You really do, Alphonse. Luca is one of the best mods.
Now then. Looks like it will be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness. So I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict.
I didn't hear the Dukes. Did Summer's Dukes not happen? I'm sad. Hey, Assassin! You've arrived just, like, right at the end. I'm sorry, Summer. It's the worst timeline. Congratulations, Maya. That's still way too weird. Sis?
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
Well, Assassin, since you're here, and during this stream they're free, I will read out quote number 3. This is very sweet. It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? The mic cock blocked you? Well, then I'll do it again. Your love language is horny anime noises? That's amazing, Chester. I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. I mean, no funds. That's the best way to be hurt. A really bad dream. You know, sis, in my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. It was Booba. Familiar scent? It was inside that clothing box, right? That box. That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right. There's still one thing I don't quite get. What's that? What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot. I think Mimi Miney had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fey who had just committed a murder. Shadow Mage, don't worry. In 1,000 years, I'll come to your funeral, and everyone will be quiet. It'll be a somber time. People will be crying. All the speeches will be done, and someone will ask if anybody has any last words to say. And I'll walk up to the microphone. I'll tap the microphone, and I'll say, there's only one thing Shadow Mage would have wanted me to say at his funeral. And that thing is...
Oh, yeah.
The timing of that was far too good! Oh, please, I don't know who it is, but somebody needs to clip that. In fact, I think it should be Pikmin if they're able to, because oral funds. But, oh, Pikmin, the timing on that was impeccable. She had it planned down to the smallest detail, huh? Nick! Congrats, Maya. Thanks! Oh, I'm sorry about that, Max. I'm probably finishing in the next couple of minutes, so you won't really miss anything. But I'm sorry that you're in a bad mood. I hope it gets better. Looks like you bailed me out of another jam. Well, you know, stop getting accused of murder, I guess. But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But Every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. So many people clipped it. First my sister, now my aunt. Hey Nick, tell me. Tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible. Why would she help Mimi Miney with a plan like that? I just don't understand it. Maya, it's over. Why didn't you just let it be? Nick, please, I need an answer. The reason Morgan helped Mimi with her plan was... not Mia. Is Misty in this list? No. Then the answer is, I think, Pearl. The reason was gun. I think the answer is Pearl. Simply because she wanted Pearl to be the new master. Early? 4 years from now, a new master will be born into Karain Village. And that person will be you, Maya. But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear, and what would happen then? So many people clipped that, it's amazing. Stitch, you were right all along. The Branch family, my aunt. No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearl's. Ah! Everything was done for her sake. Oh, everything was done for her sake. It was also that Pearl's would become the next master. Yeah, I can see that. Did Maya say something just now? I think that she was saying, I thought so. Turns out Pearl has just been a serial killer and is the actual person behind all of the murders thus far and in all future games. My precious Pearl, you are the only one suitable to be the master of Karain, dear child. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder, and cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl. That Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come. And that is a fitting end to that trial. God damn it. That's a great trial. For several reasons, I hate the next one. No, that's not true. For one reason, I hate the next one, which we'll get to. However, that is where we're going to finish today. And thank you all so much for joining me, making this an absolutely insane stream. Oh, activating the quote bot was the best and worst thing I ever did. I'm so excited. Yeah. Someone suggested that we raid Chen. And, in fact, Chen is live. So, we're definitely going to raid Chen. Thank you for that quote, Stitch. Feral and unhinged is a very good way to describe it. Not unlike Travis's stream this morning. I think chat is just feral and unhinged at the moment. You know, you're right. The raid message is horny anime noises. I will be live again on Wednesday at 5:30 Eastern Time, where I'm continuing Xenoblade Chronicles X. Phoenix Wright returns next week Saturday at 5:30 Eastern Time, where we will start episode 3. Yeah, as I said, thank you so much for joining me. An absolute blast. I can tell you that there are going to be some... Let's just say I have to practice a particular voice for for the next episode. So look forward to that. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, or whatever time zone you're in. Stay cute, not that you can help it, and I hope to see you all around in future streams. Have a good one, everyone. Ciao.